And it went.
It did go. Don't ask me what happened with it yesterday. Most bizarre.
Is that glass, that kettle?
Yes.
Oh.
Why?
Well, if you put that on up,
Oh,
it
God.
may want to do a down. And that would be bad. It would make it go in pieces.
It would make it go in pieces. Now, but we'll be very careful with it because we're good like that. I thought.
I've got so many jackets on I can barely move. You wouldn't want to help me take this one off.
I don't mind at all.
Maybe I could breathe better.
You got it? One.
One, we got it.
Oh my gosh, but that one's short sleeved. Is that okay?
Who?
That one's short sleeved.
That's fine.
That's because you've got your heating
At the
blanket
moment,
on.
I've got the heating blanket.
Excuse me. I'll just pop that on there. There we go.
And you
Oh!
magnify the heating blanket by covering the heating blanket with a flat thing. And then it really drives, it keeps it heatinger.
I'm saying nothing. Nothing. Right, okay, we are on.
Okay, I want to recite the fact that that waterless shampoo shower hat thing was really very good.
Yes.
It was. She gave it the feel touch deal.
It's lovely. 'Tis lovely.
Yeah. Okay, that's my announcement for the day.
That's your announcement for the day. Are you sure? Proclamation for the day.
Proclamation.
Oh dear. And the it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. Janine she must be over the Hudson by now.
I don't know. She was wandering around northern New Jersey.
Yeah.
She can't seem to get latched onto something that's going north toward Albany. She get up there to Newburgh and cross, and she'd be fine.
Yeah. Well, she sounds quite happy.
Oh yeah.
It's because she's coming home.
She's driving along all by herself
Yeah.
with her own thoughts. For once, she doesn't have a lot of people jabbering at her. So driving is not a bad thing.
That's not true. She phones and she jabbers at me.
There you go. But she does what she wants to.
I know.
And she doesn't answer you when she doesn't want to.
And I'll tell you, not only that, you know fine well that she's coming back with a vengeance because she's like, take a picture of this. Go and let's think about this. Let's think about that.
Yeah.
So I think somebody's recharged, which is super. So that is good.
Yeah.
And
The front of this house looks lovely.
they started the siding in the front of the house and it really does look lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you figure, I built this thing,
Yeah.
you know?
I know.
And now it's beginning to look like a normal place.
Yes, and it's good because the original stuff's going to just be underneath, so we've got two levels of protection, which will be really lovely.
Yeah.
But it's we're cladding it in wood, so we won't paint it till about June or something
Okay.
to give the tannins and everything a bit of settling time.
Sounds good to me.
But by that time you'll be okay up the top of a ladder with a paintbrush, I think.
Oh, of course.
Or we could get you one of those paint sprayers that you stand on the ground.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you how I nailed on an awful lot of Ruth was to get up on a ladder upstairs and stick my head through between the rafters and nail it.
do it from inside.
Yeah.
That's probably the safest way.
It was fine.
Yeah. What did you do when you got to the end though?
It was a little difficult, but I made it.
That's all that matters. And so she's on her way back up with your little trailer.
With my trailer.
Yep.
Yes.
That'll be good.
I hope.
Yeah. Just need to work out how to get it to attach to the back of your little scooter. You'll be away to the races.
No.
We were watching. It's really funny. It's actually really very nice, and I think it shows you how the farm's coming back to life again.
Yeah.
Wallace was here last night, so Nick and I did the evening chores, and then Wallace came down, and we were talking to Wallace for about half an hour, and then two of his friends from a ranch turned up, and they watched him training, and then after the training had finished, they stood around talking for about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And they were here till I think about 10:30, 10:45. It's
Wow.
nice.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot
Hanging around.
Yeah.
It's good.
and wanting to hang around, which is lovely. So
It's improved by providing food.
listen, we're not a takeout service at 10:30 at night.
Yeah, well, that Sunday stew business,
Yeah,
and the lady with the whipped cream, I mean, that has its own drawing factor.
yes, I think that you're just desperate to get a lady with whipped cream down here. I think that desperation.
That's good whipped cream.
Yeah, I think that desperation's coming to the surface. But it's nice because, you know, there's things happening. It doesn't close down and go to sleep. There's still little facets of it all moving round, and that's good.
Yeah.
And he's had that.
I've had people stop me on the street and say, "You open again?"
Have they?
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
So that's good. And
Yeah, bring your mother up. That's the pitch now. Is bring your parents up here.
yes. So this is it's all very nice, and Michelle comes down in the evening to see the animals in the barn too, so that's lovely as well.
She wants to learn to play chess. Michelle,
Well, there you go.
do you play chess?
Yes, I don't like it though. I don't have the attention span.
Oh, I'm not sure I have it either. I played a lot of chess in my life with my husband, but he wasn't a very good chess player, so it wasn't a tremendous challenge.
I think Michelle would be good though.
I think that might be a bit of a challenge. She's a deep thinker.
Yes, that would be a good thing.
She's the one that put together, if I'm going deaf and losing my balance, that maybe they're connected to dirty ears. Maybe right, I don't know.
Could very well be. Could be an easy solution.
Oh, yes.
Could be an easy solution.
Well, it's no, because everything I can reach is cleaned.
Yeah.
It's the stuff inside.
Yeah. Are you getting too hot there?
I am warm, right? But now when I talk, it's echoing through my nose and head.
Your sinus area.
Yeah, it's all resounding.
Have you cleaned up there?
I don't know how you fix that up.
I'm sure there's a way.
Oh, geez.
It doesn't sound very pleasant though. So tomorrow, I think Janine's going to try and do that job at the school for the deaf.
Oh.
In the morning.
And then go straight to court.
And then we all have to go about, is it 2:30? So I think
What are we going to court for? What?
Fun.
Oh, well, okay.
So a trip out, isn't it?
Well, I just wondered what the topic of conversation would be.
At the moment, what it kind of says is that the topic of conversation is, I think they're curious as to what they can do to move the 88,000.
Oh.
So it's just a conversation around that.
Oh, well.
Yeah, which we've had countless conversations around anyway. So, and I think
I gave the woman 90,000. I'm pretty damn sure. When I turned it over, I think there was a $90,000. It was a lot of money, at any rate.
yeah,
And the first thing she did was to go to Bermuda. She really did. The first part of that whole transition, she left town.
was that like on a vacation?
Yeah, she was gone a week or two.
Ooh.
I haven't had a vacation from that whole project in 25 years.
I went back to the UK because my grandmother passed away.
There
we go.
You get a pass for that one.
That's it.
That's it.
You can't really do that when you've got when you've got all these blinking animals.
Ah,
They like to complain if they don't get daily attention.
true.
It's yeah. Well, I think it's be interesting to go and see different court.
Yeah.
Maybe it's got a restaurant. I don't know. One never can tell. And I could go and pick up my sleep test. It's down near Salem Hospital. I have to get my sleep apnea test. I could pick that up while we're down there.
Are you going to have that thing on your nose too? CPAP?
Maybe.
It's not that bad. And I find that I'm like Pavlov's dog. If I put the thing on, I go to sleep.
Well, that's not a bad thing then.
And I put it on middle of the day, I go to sleep, you know.
Yeah, well that's quite good. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But, so that's tomorrow pretty much like taken care of.
Am I allowed to say, may I say something to the judge?
No,
No.
no.
That's just going to be a very difficult day then.
I know. Well, you know, I think it's just another, I presume it will just be the same setup as all the other court cases where, you know, Shep will go forward, their new lawyer will go forward, and they've got everything prepared to speak to the judge about the case. And then, you know, the judge takes what they say on board, and then either will make a decision there and then if it's clear cut. Otherwise, you know, sometimes they take 3 weeks to come back with their decision. So it's,
I don't know.
yeah.
But if they think somehow that I've filtered, what is it, 40,
It's not about
400,000.
that. It's I think they want the 88,000. They're wanting.
they don't want to pay it.
I think the suggestion is, from what we were told, was that they're saying that it's not valid because they didn't have a lease.
If they didn't have a lease, then they're a bunch of bloody thieves because they walked off with 3 of my instant-on generators.
Yes, I do.
So that's about 60,000 right there.
Mm.
And there was something else that I figured was 10,000. What is it?
Tractors.
The trailer.
And trailer.
The trailer and the tractor is another 20,000. So,
Yes, I know.
you know,
It does become a bit. It does open up rather a large can of worms. I would suggest. But when does it never open up a can of worms? So.
you can sell them by the bag, dried worms.
Oh yeah, my chickens love them.
The chickens love them.
They do.
Okay.
So.
Now,
basically-
why is there nothing behind here? That whole area was going to be a pasture for the goats, I did think. I was back there today with my scooter.
Yeah, the reason it's not an area for the goats is because the goats, when they come to visit with people, they headbutt.
That's not a big deal. Because they'll headbutt wherever they are.
Eh, but they did headbutt a lady in the head.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Should we get rid of goats?
No, we just put them up there. They're going outside your house. They're not staying up there. They're going, you know, where that, what was it? Was it Puppy Hill?
Oh, yeah.
They're going up Puppy Hill way.
Yeah.
So, we're just making sure it's secure.
It's wonderful to accommodate pleasant animals. But if an animal is a problem around here, like banging somebody in the head,
Yes.
that was caused by Janine, who's set that one up. But at any rate,
Yeah.
we don't need to keep any dangerous animals.
No.
I'm bad enough.
Well, exactly. You're a pretty high bar to reach, though.
Well, I don't like them wrecking the joint.
No. But we will get that all sorted out. And I think there's at the moment there's still a bit of finishing off to be done back there, I think.
There's a whole area, because Lockie got in there and then he couldn't get out. So the fence is pretty tight.
Is that right?
Nick had to go get him out. I was on the scooter. I did have a lovely ride around the property.
I'm wondering if we need to try and source you off-roading wheels for your scooter.
Off-roading wheels.
Yeah, big ones with grip,
Oh,
so you can get in places.
oh.
It works really well, that
I'm doing
scooter.
fine with the scooter.
It is a good scooter. Wallace is not training tonight. Oh, we haven't done these. Hold on a minute, I'm away off when he kissed John's.
What happened?
We've got to do these. So this was sent in by Michelle for, look, there you go.
The glass kettle. Yes, whoever sent that swears by that.
Michelle,
Michelle.
they're super.
Yeah.
And you see when Nick and I first moved here,
What?
when Nick and I first moved to the States, we kept going round and saying, where do people buy kettles? Because 15 years ago, nobody really seemed to use them. And we used to have a cup of tea every night.
Yeah.
And we were like, how do people make tea? And it didn't cross our mind that people were boiling water in microwaves and
Yeah.
all this sort of thing. And then I ordered one on Amazon. But I know why people don't use them quite as much. It's because they take so long to blinking boil, because the voltage is different.
Yeah. Well, this is going to go, this and a couple other things are going to go on the Glen stove.
Mm-hmm.
The Glen stove will not be fired up, but in the meantime, it will be one very handy
Surface.
fireproof servers.
So, thank you very much, Michelle. That's very exciting. And you can watch it bubbling.
Really?
Entertainment in itself.
I don't think I can put these things in it, though.
No. Because they might bubble around and tap off the glass.
Well, you have to start them in cold water because they're glass. You don't want to
Yeah,
drop
they just
them.
shatter.
Yeah,
Yeah, then you'd have to start all over again.
but I'm down. That's it.
No, you had 1,000.
I have 1,000 marbles, but each marble needs a
Oh, one of your clips.
clip, and there's not very many clips in there, and I don't think I have any more.
Oh, I haven't seen them.
I have a little scavenging hunt to do, but
Oh, right. And this is from Bob and Lisa. Now, look, they've got a tab.
Bob and Lisa.
Bob and Lisa. That's for your breakfast, pea flakes.
What the hell? I never heard of this.
Yeah.
For guinea pigs, chickens, rabbits, and other small pets.
Thank
Ah.
you.
That's very interesting.
Mm. They love them.
Huh. Okay. And what's the other one?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, that keeps them going for a month.
Okay.
Thank you so very much. Much appreciated. Oh. Now. So Wallace is not training tonight, and he'll be back tomorrow.
These are all Wallace's friends, aren't they? They're putting it up.
Yeah, they are. And yeah, Penny is in heat, so that's why she's not in the house at the moment. No, Linda, we did not have a facility visit in Salem today because they cancelled because they've got illness.
Ooh, illness.
Illness.
Yeah. The COVID.
I think there must be.
COVID is around.
Yeah, I think there must be something kicking around because my daughter's doctor also cancelled her doctor's appointment today due to illness. So, yes. Yes, her Dilantin levels are very good because you're quite right, Sharon. Her monkey fist tree is doing exceptionally well.
Yeah.
It's coming along nicely. No, Roger, Wanda is on her way back. She's not here quite yet.
Yes.
She'll probably be, I think, after 7. What do you think?
We should have some food here at that point.
She's probably eaten along the way, but we can ask her. I think there's lots of food in your fridge.
No, not as much there was. The lasagna's gone.
Okay.
There's a shepherd's pie in there.
Okay.
It's about that age.
We can ask and see if she'd like food. Nick is doing an awesome job cleaning up the goat areas. That's much appreciated. Hopefully some grass will maybe attempt to grow.
It would be nice.
Yes. Yes, we are planning to neuter Penny.
What?
We are planning to neuter Penny, to spay her. And Dodie says she could not be happier that you love your scooter and are getting so much use from it.
Oh, I'm having a good time with it.
Yes, she is. Now,
I didn't dare ride it in the door today.
in case it
I'm
wobbles.
not sure why. It's a little wobbly, but at any rate. So I got off the thing and I came through the door, expecting to find my wheelchair where I left it right inside the door. And somebody moved it about 10 feet. And I walked the 10 feet all by myself.
But who do you think would have moved it?
Huh?
Who do you think moved it?
I don't know.
That's bizarre.
Somebody who came and went.
Right. No, Carla, I couldn't say if Janine sold her house because I don't know. There you go.
I think she would be screaming and yelling and jumping around.
Yes,
if she
I
had
think
it.
she would tell us. Yes, it is a super gift and a very helpful gift.
What?
Your scooter.
The scooter.
No, Penny's with Brittany in the HQ and Larky doesn't stay over here the whole time. So it goes back and forward. I took her into, I brought Larky over yesterday after mail chat and took Penny out to come and do barn chores with me, but we only lasted about half an hour because she does have a bit of a habit of barking at the horses. And those horses are not to be trusted, so I put her, for her own safety, back in the house.
Right.
Oh, well, I'm very glad, Gina, that you're managing to catch this live. This is the first time this lady Gina has caught Mail Chat live.
Oh. About what, 700 people watch it live?
180.
180?
Mm-hmm.
And then it blows up.
Yeah, overnight.
Yeah.
You know, Fernanda, we have spoken with people about the speed on the driveway, and you know, I don't know how many times we speak about people about speed in the driveway, and it's still problematic. I have actually also had Wallace's father Bow speak with people because, you know, we have animals, we have people, we have Carlene out causing trouble, and we don't want any...
Somebody sideswiped me today.
Yeah.
I think a couple pieces of 2x4 across the driveway would not be a bad thing.
Yeah. So, it's an ongoing problem. Suzanne, that's a very kind and generous suggestion. I don't have an answer to that at this precise moment in time. I can speak with Janine.
What's the question?
It's about setting something up. Oh my goodness. Your medical doctor can clean out your ears.
All right.
Doesn't say anything about your sinus though.
Great.
Now, here we go. any mail packages today. Oh yes, and also, on top of the pea flakes that come through, they also send these phenomenal pellets for the animals' feed as well. So thank you very much for the medalist pellets too. But I didn't bring them in because it's a very heavy box. I tell you. Janine says, correction, when Lynn George accepted the job, she dropped off her dogs and went on a vacation for 3 weeks before she started. And she did think that was strange.
Yeah. Before she started training the dogs from her house.
And then she started training them from her house.
No, she
to work
wanted
remote.
to be in the office. She didn't want to come in.
Yeah.
And I bought that car for her because she had such a junky car to begin with. I'm not sure it didn't have 300,000 miles on it. And so that's why I wanted to be sure she had a way of getting here, especially if she had dogs in the car.
Yeah.
So that's why I bought that Toyota. Which I don't know if she's got it or sold it or what. I don't know what's happened to it.
Roger Reed is threatening to come up this fall.
Who?
Roger Reed.
Roger Reed.
Yeah, we better frisk them for Wanda if they're coming for a visit. Roger Reed, she sends you all your taffy. She's online all the time.
Oh,
You know Roger Reed.
the name is not familiar to me.
Yeah, I know that, Nancy. This just seems very peculiar because she said if they didn't have a lease, then why were they allowed to stay until the 31st of December?
Yeah, where'd that come from?
Nancy, that came from the fact that they're suggesting that there wasn't a lease. But I thought that's why we spent the first few visits to court discussing the lease.
That's crazy.
Anyway.
Grasping at straws.
Roger Reed, that is goat cruelty. It is good to see her out and about. And with the dogs, that's quite correct. Her hair does look nice. It's because she styled it with her bag in the head. Bag in the head styling. Yeah, see? Everybody's saying your hair looks nice.
Good. It's clean.
And it's clean. Yes, Wallace is super.
Ah, okay. I have done nothing but eat all day. I'm having a lovely gastronomic time. I feel like I've been sprung.
He's been sprung.
Ah. Really, I can't say why. I've eaten 3 oranges.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got 1 left and I'm going to eat that next.
You might just have one. You've got bananas.
I got 1. The bananas aren't quite ready yet.
Okay.
But I finished off the lasagna.
Mm-hmm. You've got cakes up on top of the microwave as well.
What, the cake?
Little cakes.
I didn't,
I didn't realise. I was surprised you hadn't been all over that.
no.
Yes, I'm not sure if we got the rest of the order, but if it says it's here, it's maybe down in that mail hut. So thank you. Do you still have monkey fists made out of bowling balls?
Do I have monkey fists?
Made out of bowling balls.
Golden balls.
Bowling.
Bowling balls. I have bowling balls and I have rope and I can make it.
Is that not quite heavy?
It's very heavy and it takes a lot of rope, which means it's a very expensive proposition. But if anybody would like one, I'll be happy to do it. There is a, let's see. There's pool balls. They're sort of small. But there's a next size up, which is a very nice size for holding doors shut and things like that. And then there's the miniature bowling ball, and then there's the big bowling ball.
Is the one before the miniature bowling ball, is that the soft ball? Is that a soft ball you
Oh,
were using?
I've had that, but no, I'm using these flexes. I don't know what they are. They're much nicer. I mean, if you're gonna leave them out in the rain or soak them wet or whatever, the softballs can stink a little bit.
Maybe?
They don't dry as nicely as these bowling balls.
Carlene, do you use hand brakes coming down the driveway?
Do I use what?
Hand brakes on
Hand
your
brakes?
thing?
They don't work.
No, she just uses that for her hand brake turns.
To stick my foot out.
She just sticks her foot out. There you go. Her hair does look good today.
It does.
Mm.
I found the curlers. I don't like old ladies with flat heads.
I remember that.
I'm stuffing up. I think
You think it's sinus?
something's happening.
Well, I think there's a cold going round.
Really?
Yeah, you keep it yourself.
Okay. Okay, I'll go back to drinking water.
Yeah. Oh, buckyballs. Did you not have a set of buckyballs sent?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah, how much would a bowling ball monkey fist cost to post?
First of all, the rope is thicker,
Yeah.
and it's $1.10 a foot. I mean, or something like that.
Yeah.
And you figure go around the ball is almost a yard.
Mhm.
Every time you go around, and each bowling ball has at least 4 fingers, so that's 4 times it's gonna,
Yeah.
and then that 4 times is 3 ways.
So it's, yeah,
You add it all up, and they get.
costly.
I think that great big one that I have, nobody will ever buy. The one I use for the swing set.
Hey, listen, you definitely wouldn't get it on a plane.
Yeah, right.
Oh dear. So, I think I've missed out some of these questions because I tipped the phone from one side to the other. I'm trying my best. Yes,
Okay.
if you drink more water, it will help your sinuses.
I'm trying.
If you squish it
Okay.
up your nose as well, that
I'll do
definitely
another
helps. There you go, well done. Keep that in there. So, Janine will be back tomorrow, which will be lovely. And Wanda will be back tomorrow. And
Should I take Lockie to court with us?
I don't know, you have to ask Janine and Shep. Take Penny for fun. Oh dear, that would entertain everyone. So, we'll be back tomorrow after our busy day.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know how we get on if we know. So, that is us for Wednesday.
I find it amazing that the legal system in the United States can set up a statement and write a whole bunch of fancy stuff that says this is now a done thing and it will never be changed. That's basically, we have a piece of paper that says that.
Yeah.
And now we're in court doing what?
Well, I don't know, and it's if this is correct, I mean, I don't. It doesn't make much sense to me, but I'm not a lawyer, nor would I ever wish to be one, to be honest. I think it's just.
And then they're dragging me around and insisting that I come in to testify in these depositions.
I know, and don't they realise you're busy?
I've done it twice now, and I haven't yet figured out what they are accusing me of.
They're still working that out.
That boy should figure that out ahead of time. Stop taking up my time. Like I have time to spare. It cuts out on my monkey fist making.
It does. and your camera viewing. I mean,
There
seriously.
I do like looking at that arena, even if it's empty.
Yeah.
That.
I left the door at the back open so you can see right through.
Yeah. I was going to make a tunnel into the tanner barn.
A tunnel? Under the ground?
No,
Oh, like a hoop?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't get around to do that.
Did the original arena used to be the full length, including the tanner barn?
The wooden arena was.
Right.
Yes. And the back corner of the tanner barn is the original post.
Arena. Right. Okay.
But I couldn't afford this another 20 feet.
Yeah.
It's plenty big.
Oh, it is. And Wallace gets up and around about it in a really,
Yeah.
you know, so.
Wallace's father, I didn't know it was his father, was out here filling potholes by hand with a shovel.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that little tractor was for.
Yeah, I know. He's absolutely super bound because he just sees things that are needing done,
Right.
and he does them.
Right.
And
Well,
he and Wallace had a farm in Brazil,
yeah.
so he's very well versed in what needs done and how best to do it. So
He's a nice guy.
very nice, and they're a nice family to have round about.
And they got all of this done today, the front of this building.
Yep.
Because not one was on a cell phone ever.
Yes.
There was not one cell phone in evidence.
No, they're super. They're really nice people. We're very lucky to have such a positive and hard-working team. So, yes.
So they're starting to set up and everything. So I opened the door just a little bit and took that box of cookies and dumped about half of them out. And they all went scrambling for their cookies.
Oh, they're a good team. They are a good team. Okay, so we'll be back tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I would expect so. Although we might be doing an on-the-road broadcast.
Could be.
Yeah.
It's in court.
Or we might actually. Well, the court closes at 5.
Oh, good.
So that's very convenient. Anyway, so
My eyes are getting hot.
sticky, burning.
Sticky.
It's very dry in here as well. Maybe you've got a cold coming on.
Why don't we put some water in that pot and make steam? No.
Okay, if you want.
Can you do that?
Yeah, but they automatically switch off, so it doesn't sit and boil and boil and boil. It's a safety feature. Right, we're off ski. Off ski, off ski. Oh.